Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we were discussing regarding the website development and related contents. And in previous class, I think we stopped at graphics designers. What are the works of a graphics designers? And we had a small introduction regarding scripting languages. So let us once again go through the definitions. It's a programming language designed for integrating and communicating with other programming languages. Although scripts are widely deployed in programming world, they have recently become associated with worldwide. So, a couple of points to remember here is that they are uh, quite old, but recently, because of the internet, recently they have been used more and more. So here there are different classifications of scripting languages. That is, the it differs from programming language in the runtime environment and execution. It is more often an interpreted language, and it is more often cannot be independently used. Any scripting language, unlike other programming languages, has to be used in combination with other programs. It can be other programming language or it can be a HTML type of language. That is the markup languages. Now, there can be domain specific scripting language, general purpose scripting language, etc. etc. Some of the examples also we had seen. Uh, Basically, scripting language originated from Unix. Then JavaScript was designed, which was also called as the ECMA script, which basically is used in web browsers. And Visual Basic, as we discussed, it's a previous version of, or say, first step of, and then for office applications also we use. Suppose if you have come across Excel, Microsoft Excel also has got some scripts. So those scripts automatically get executed whenever you wish them. Some other examples are Ruby, Python, Perl, etc. Uh, so let us come to the main objective of scripting language. Why we are learning? What are the useful things that can help us? Or when if we learn scripting language, what are its uses and why we should learn? Before that one, this is quite an important topic from examination point of view. They will definitely ask a question. There can be a question on this one. Uh, what are the uses of scripting language? The questions can be twisted, or they can use it in a different way also. What are the uses of scripting language, or what is the motivation of using a scripting language? Let us learn one by one. Easy learning, it is easy to learn. You'll get to know how it is very easy, unlike other programming languages. It can easily be learned. Fast editing, it is efficient and number of data structures and variables are used. There is no restriction. What does this mean is there is no restriction as far as the data structure is concerned. What do you mean of data structure? The structure where you store the data. It can be integer structure variable. It can be integer variable. It can be a floating point variable. It can be some other type of a variable. Here, what happens is specifically we don't say specify this is integer, this is floating point, etc. etc. Basically, there will be only one structure, one data structure, which will be used, which can be adaptable for different types. For declare a variable, don't declare its type. A is equal to 10. A is equal to some string. A is equal to 10.45. So any type of data can be assigned to a variable. So the editing becomes, or the execution becomes fast. The third point to remember here is interactivity. Um, it helps in adding visualization interfaces. Let's try to understand this. Just like visualization interfaces sometimes can be examples of graphs. So you in the previous example, in the previous class, we saw some graphs. So for generating that kind of a graphs, displaying that kind of a graphs, we use scripting languages. That is uh, highly interactive kind of a thing. Uh, and modern web pages do require this scripting languages. We'll get to know how we require, because there are lots of processing work required, which cannot be done by a markup language. Markup language is only for the linkages or display the structure. But logic point of view is to be handled by the scripting languages. And the last point is the functionality of a scripting. It gives you lots of features, lots of applications which can be easily utilized. In a simple word, in a normal programming languages, in case if you have say about 100 lines of code is to be required for for performing a particular task, that can be easily achieved with much lesser lines of code as far as scripting languages concerned. Uh, Where do we use it? We use it in web applications, both on the server side as well as on the client side. Nowadays, most of the scripting languages most prominent scripting languages used are JavaScript, PHP, and Perl. We are using JavaScript and PHP. We are learning JavaScript and PHP. And then these are on the server side. On the client side, you have got JavaScript, JAX, jQuery, etc. Lots of scripting languages are there. Now there are other scripting languages for system administration other than web programming or other than web browsers like Shell, Python, Perl, etc. Uh, then it can also be used in games. It can be used as an extension for the plugins. Now, if you use JavaScript in your program, there is automatically a plugin which is defined in your browser, so which will take care of that particular thing. Again, this is an important question from examination point of view. What is the difference between a scripting language and other programming languages? So go on checking with this. Written for special run or the manual run. It is just a set of instructions. So here the thing is it doesn't come under programming languages. It comes under programming languages a set of instructions only. About 5 to 6 instructions will be there. Here it's a full-fledged program. Usually compiled, usually interpreted, developed from the scratch. You'll start from what stdio.h and include and etc. or import the package and so on in scripting in a programming language. Here, nothing is required. You just add to the existing code. They run independently. The programs are independent here. Here, scripting languages are clubbed with other program languages. It can also be a possible that they are a part of they're embedded inside the particular language. So how it is? I've got a HTML code, scripting language, again HTML code, which is sandwiched between HTML code. Designed for full usage, designed for fast coding. That is one thing. One shot conversion, that means entire program is converted into machine level language at once. Here they are interpreted line by line. As you know, interpreters are the ones which interpret the code line by line. The output of the compilation of the programming language is a .exe file. Here, there is no exe file created directly. You'll get the output. Compilation is necessary in programming languages. Compilation is not necessary in the interpreted language of scripts. Then full code is to be written. Only some part of the code is to be written. Very hard and difficult to code. Very easy to code. Some of the examples: C, C++, Java, Visual Basic, COBOL, Pascal, etc. Here we have got JavaScript, VBScript, Shell, Perl, Python, Ruby, Rex, Game Monkey, Nova, etc. Out of which we are going to touch upon JavaScript. Python we already have seen in the previous semester. PHP also. So these are some of the points. For especially for this one set of instructions, compiled, interpreted, full program you have to write, half instance whatever code it is required you write in scripting languages. Then you have got a complete from A to Z you are supposed to write here. Only some required part is used. This compiled, this is interpreted. Then you have got complete conversion from A to Z. Here line by line it is converted to scripting language. Compilation is necessary for scripting for programming languages, whereas compilation is not necessary interpretation is necessary for the scripting language. Full code is to be written, harder to code, and then some of the examples. Now, if you have a pen and paper, just mark this down. This is one of the important questions which can be asked in examination. Also, you can make a note of this one. Have one page dedicated for questions related to practical viva. So here they may ask you, what are the examples? Name some of the programming languages and name some of the scripting languages. So that question also you can note it down. What are the different? Name some of the programming languages. Name some of the scripting languages. Here in scripting languages also we have got different types of um, categories, which are those. The first one is lightweight programming languages evolved from the command languages. The best example for this is shell script. Now you have a shell script, which is a part of the operating system, and then it is lightweight. And as a programming languages, as a command, you give a command to the operating system. Then lightweight data structures for hash map strings. These are the scripting languages which are used for again they are used in Unix operating system. They are used for sorting purposes. Probably you might have used one sorting algorithm. So there you get lightweight data structure hash map. Lightweight, a lightweight syntax familiar, no semicolon. This is one of the types. Lightweight typing dynamic, weak duck typing, lightweight metaprogramming, and lightweight implementation interpreted at few tools. First couple of uh, categories generally they are not used nowadays. Just they are used as a part of the shell script. Most of the times we use the scripting languages which are lightweight metaprogramming and lightweight interpreted scripting languages, just like the Java script. Now the image which you are seeing is called as the word cloud. Now this is one of the ways of representing, one of the ways of showing the different kinds of words. Now suppose if you have a background of this one, this is used. This word cloud is generally used in the what do you say data sciences. Data sciences and data scientists use this. Now, for example, if you are analyzing a particular text file, which is about 1,000 pages. I mean, in those 1,000 pages, which are the most prominent words you have, words that have been used? You go to a particular Facebook page and then somebody posts a content, and then there are say thousands of comments on that particular content. Some celebrity posts a content, and then on that one there are thousands of comments. Now, which are the most prominent comments, or which are the most prominent keywords which have been used in those comments? If you want to find out, then you have got a ready-made code. Either you can use R programming language or you can use a Python programming language, and then it will find out which are the words which are used most frequently, most relevant words. And then what it does is it makes the table. For example, here what is happening is um, one programming or Python program has been run, and then it has scanned a text file and checked out which are the computer related words which have been used over there, and then makes a list of those words, and based on the number of words that have been repeated or number of maximum usage of that particular thing. Now you can see here uh, all text the text font size of all the words is not same. MongoDB is having a bigger font. PHP is having biggest of all. Rails is having a biggest font. Then you have got a Python. You have got Ruby. They are having bigger fonts. JavaScript medium font. XML again medium. Node.js bigger one. C++, MATLAB, Conjure, VB script. You can see. So what does this mean is in that particular document, PHP is one particular word which is more frequently used. So is Python, so is MongoDB, so is Yes. So that way, word cloud represents what the usage of a particular word, importance of a particular word in a given text document. It's very easy to draw a word cloud. You can refer Python programming. Um, you'll get lots of online code also for this. What I suggest is, in case if your project requires this particular kind of a say this particular kind of a work, then you can use word cloud to display these kinds of things. It's a very useful, intuitive way of displaying some of the information. This is called as visualization of the results. You got a result, and then those results have been visualized. So this is it with reference to the scripting languages. Uh, you can enter your attendance.
So what is schema?
Yes. Which one?
So what is schema? That it's
Schema.
like below
Yeah, yeah.
MongoDB.
Schema is nothing but the schema which you use it in database management system. Structure of a table. First, you create a table. Before creating a table, you define the structure of a table. So schema is that particular kind.
Yes, sir. We remember.
Yeah, I hope you remember that particular thing. Just go through this one. Enter your attendance. If any doubts, you can ask. Okay. Hello. Are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I was saying was that this is a brief introduction. In fact, this is unit one of this pretty small unit. So we have got introduction of the contents, what we are going to see and how we are going to see. We'll have some theoretical. We had some theoretical knowledge regarding this one. Let us, since most of you know this one, just show you a
The
small.
screen is
You're not able to see the screen, right?
so you are not able to see.
Yeah. Just a minute, please hold on. I'll share the screen. Are you able to see the screen now?
No.
So we were able to for a moment.
Just a minute. Okay. Can you see it now? Are you able to see the screen now? Hello? Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. So we can see the screen as well.
Yes. Okay. I'm showing you a small program, that is for small HTML program. Now, what we seen, what we saw in this one theoretical part, you can just have a glance at this one. Now here, we are seeing a HTML program plus the JavaScript program. Yeah, I think these are the some of the drawbacks of online classes. Yeah. Now, can you see the document?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll just give you a small. I'll explain this later also, but just for you to have for the understanding purpose. Now you can see here. Can you see HTML part here?
Yes, sir.
So here you can see here the highlighted one. The highlighted part is the JavaScript part. Now we are going to learn the scripting languages. This is a scripting part, JavaScript part, and then this one, first two lines and the last two lines. These are the HTML markup languages. So as we saw in the theoretical part, HTML is a combination. You have got a combination of JavaScript. Any scripting language cannot be independently used. It has to be used with some other programming languages. So what it does is it uses the HTML for this one. You have got a scripting language and the combination of HTML. Now suppose it can be done anywhere. You can run it anywhere. Now this is a normal HTML program. I'll just try to open this. Most of the HTML programs are to be opened in the browser. You can see here, I'm trying opening that same program in the browser. So what that does is it gives you the output of this. And there must be some. So here you can see here. So once you open it in the browser, it should execute. I think JavaScript is not yet installed here. Then you have a look at this. So just have a knowledge regarding what is the HTML script and what is the just have a knowledge about this one. We'll see how to run this in the next. So just for understanding purpose, this is the JavaScript. The remaining part is the HTML tag. So we are going to learn HTML, how to write HTML programs. Probably for some of you it might be repetition also. But anyhow, it can be, instead of thinking it as a repetition, you can think it as the revision and or enhancement of the basics, and then you can have it, right? Any doubts in the first unit?
No, sir.
Okay. The notes and other things, I'll share it accordingly. The second unit is regarding HTML. So this is the core part where we are recording it, where we are learning the HTML part. From the next class onwards, we'll start with the HTML code.
Okay, sir.
Anybody is having any doubts? Should we log off? I'll wait for half a minute. If you have any doubt, you can ask. After half a minute, I'll log off. By the way, one more thing. I have some data science projects. If anybody is interested in taking up the data science projects, then they can contact me. You can do it as a part of your sixth semester project, or you can do it separately also. I'll teach you how it is to be done and how the things are to be worked out. From the basics, I'll teach, and you can work it out either as a sixth semester project or independently also. That might be useful for you in future. If anybody is interested, you can just contact.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Right then, see you in the next class.
Sir, what about our projects? Like our projects are approved. What are the further steps we have to take?
Yes, what I'll do is actually the thing is the changes and the next processes. It is very difficult to give a general instruction for everybody. We are just waiting for this one. What government instructions, so that we can give you one-to-one instructions. Now, if that is not going to be possible, then what we'll do is we'll wait for some time. We'll wait till 24th. We'll let us check out when the classes will commence. Offline classes will commence. I'm not sure they'll commence so soon. We'll work out a strategy on that one. What we will do is individually only we will take Zoom classes, and then we'll instruct you. But wait for some time,
Okay, sir.
because giving instructions online may not be that effective as far as project is concerned. Practicals of project is concerned. We're just waiting for some time. But don't worry, you'll be given sufficient time for your projects and submission.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So,
Yeah.
so there was one more thing. Last time I had got your notice about the students who are under new faculty and are doing solo. You had said me about who are doing in pairs can go under the guide of their partner's guide. So now the one who are solo, what about them?
I think only 2 people are there, right?
Sir, I guess there are four to five.
Okay, 2 people have contacted me, and I have gone through their projects and I have asked them to go ahead. If other two, or if anybody, remaining people who have not yet submitted, ask everybody, those who are doing solo, to send their projects synopsis to my mail. I'll check out and I'll revert back.
Okay, sir. Thank you.